So hi everyone, this is Chernobyl from GosuGamers, and the TI4 just ended, and I'm standing with Bruno, the statsman, just outside of Key Arena. So Bruno, how are you doing this beautiful day?
I'm doing great. It's great to see the sun after like 4 days of being in a building. It actually feels really nice, reminds me of my home place. I'm actually not really dressed for sun right now, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I might be able to maybe I can photo edit in a different suit on top of you or something. If so, what kind of suit would you want me to photo edit?
I mean, you can choose whichever one of the ones that I used in the past, but if it was about me, I want something with like blinking LEDs or something like that, because I need to up the bar, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So which one is your favorite suit of all the suits you used out of all the events you attended?
I really like the one that I used yesterday. I think that was really cool. I have a special place in my heart for the yellow one that I use at TI2 because that's my oldest suit. That's my first, actually. I think it's 9 years old now. And yeah, that's the first one I use. I still keep it.
So what do you do with the other suits? Do you keep all of them, or do you sell them on eBay? Trade them in for new suits?
Oh no, I still keep them because the other ones when I go out, I just wear a jacket. Believe it or not, you can actually wear these kind of things and going out, and it's okay. People will not look at you weird. And yeah, it's fun.
So how big is your wardrobe, really?
Have a walk-in closet. That describes it. And I don't know, who knows? I just lost. I don't keep track of it anymore.
Do you have any suit sponsor or something that you need to plug in interviews?
No, actually, these guys are pretty cool. Not a sponsor. I like to give them a shout out. They're called Loudmouth Golf. They started doing pants for golfers, and they transitioned into doing sport jackets as well and some other stuff. And I got all of my suits this year from them, and they're like, the quality is really good. Like the concepts, the designs. And maybe who knows? Next year, maybe I'll get some custom made for me with Dota stuff.
Bruno suits.
Yeah, that would be nice. Sell them in the secret shop.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, enough about clothing, but please keep your suit on for the next question. But what do you think of the TI that we just witnessed?
Doing it was really great. The audience was amazing. Like being able to fill the Key Arena felt really, really exciting. I guess we're all a little bit sad because the Western teams didn't perform so well, and the finals were stumpy. Kind of like TI2. It really reminded me of TI2. The only thing is that TI2 was a little bit more exciting because Navi was there. This time, Newbie versus Vici Gaming. A lot of people didn't find a team they could identify with. So in that sense, maybe the hype wasn't as big. But again, like the teams that got there by playing superbly well. And I think the winner really deserved it.
Which TI final do you think would have been the most hyped out of the possible TI finals this year?
Oh, this year, I think Navi G would be really nice for the Western audience. But at the same time, something like DKEG or DK Cloud9 would bring something really cool as well.
I think a lot of people expected DK to not only be in the grand final but also win the grand final, since they've been for a few months now. They've been like the team that you somehow expect to come on top of the event. They finished just 4th place. How do you feel about DK's performance?
I would have put them in top 3. They made 4. I didn't think they were going to make it. I actually thought that Newbie or IG had great challenge. Actually, the big surprise to me was IG getting eliminated, not DK getting 4th place. But I mean, these guys are really good. They said they wanted to retire, a couple of them, Lam and Burning. I really hope they keep playing together because these guys are amazing, and they manage something that few Eastern teams actually do, which is to create a fellowship in the Western audience as well. Because if you talk to anyone here, they love DK because Mushi, Burning, Ice Size, lovable people, and now people are getting to know LAN and MMY as well. And yeah, they get people cheering for them, and that's amazing.
Do you think Newbie is one of the most low-profile teams actually at the entire TI?
No, I wouldn't say so. I mean, coming into TI, everyone put Newbie, I think, into that top 5. We're only talking about them as underdogs just because they didn't perform so well in the group stage. But if you ignore the group stage, just before that, they were dominating the scene. And then, after the group stage, when it got to the main event, they destroyed pretty much everyone. So, low profile, I don't think so. Maybe underrated. And, well, they're not underrated anymore. They just won $5 million.
I meant more low profile in the sense that maybe people are not really familiar with who plays on the team or not familiar with the playstyle really, because like you said, everyone cheers for DK, and even Vici has RTK, so they have some hype going automatically, whereas Newbie might be more of a silent team.
I mean, at the same,
At least for the Western audience.
I think it's just a matter of the name, because if you call this team Tongfu, which is essentially it was four players from Tongfu, and instead of having who did they have last year? They had this guy offlaner, King J. Yeah. Instead of him, they got Xiao 8, and Xiao 8 was this key player of LGD. We all remember, like, you Google Xiao 8 and you'll be like, Xiao 8 a dating show. So people kind of knew about these guys. It's not like they were low profile. It's just the new name throw them off, and some people, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've talked to a lot of people, like, they kind of forget who is who in the Chinese scene. So they talk like about Hao and Yao, and they just don't know who is who. So when they see a new team, they're like, oh, maybe these guys are new, but no, they have a pass. And Chongfu last year, they could have taken it.
They finished 4th, I think, last year.
Yeah, they finished 4th because of that Fountain Hook thing with the Navi game, which is a game they should have won if that hasn't happened. So if they had won that, they would have gone against Orange, which again was a very beatable opponent. And then Tongfu versus Alliance, it was really a toss-up. So they had their revenge this year. It worked. Sad for King J, he couldn't make it.
Let's say Tongfu actually beat Navi last year. Do you think it would have been affected the scene as a whole any, or would it have been sort of the same in the long run? Because then Navi wouldn't have taken second probably, and Tongfu might have taken second or first even.
It always changes the scene. It's like these TI 1 to 4, it's always been, okay, Navi wins. Now the Chinese teams that actually didn't get to practice for TI 1, they get it going, and then they get and dominate TI 2. Remember, at TI 2 we had 7 Eastern teams out of 8, the only Western team, and if you call Navi Western because they're CIS, so I mean they're almost closer to China than they are to America if you think about it. They were the only Western team there, and then because of that, the Western team picked off again and just started playing a lot of game, got much better, got TI3, now back to TI4, Chinese is going back. So looking forward to TI5, I expect all the Western teams to just fire up and try to take the throne again.
Is that your professional opinion as a statsman?
I mean, I just stated facts. How you can't go wrong with that, right?
No, facts don't lie, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. I hope facts don't lie. But yeah, no, that's the thing.
Did you still do stats, or was it mostly K-pop Tosis doing it during the event?
The thing is that we got to a point where I wanted the scene to be. Like, there are a lot of sites and a lot of providers that generate these stats automatically. So now it's kind of like a hands-off. And historically for myself, even before coming to Dota, I was a guy that I always enjoyed just like going to a project, let it bloom, make someone else maintain it, jump to something else, push it forward, right? So after that, we went into production stuff for streams, which then, like, again, the guys from BTS picked up, and now they're doing a great job. I think Neo TV from Chinese TV, they literally copied what we were doing, which was really funny. And so, I mean, it's good. Like, then that's the thing. You make something new, people catch on it, and they just start doing it. Recently, our most recent project was something that's completely unrelated, but was what we did at the TA4 qualifiers with the EU Have, which was the idea of bringing a little bit more personality. And I think that people like that, and in the next couple months, maybe during the next year, there's going to be a lot more of that, and who knows where I'll go later.
But are you going to stay with GD Studio for a while longer, I presume?
I enjoy being there a lot, so I don't see why not. I mean, I can never say, yes, I will stay, because who knows what happens tomorrow, but that's the plan for now, yeah.
Does GD Studio have anything else lined up on the table right now, or is it mostly like most of Dota scene, I imagine, will take a break right now, but yeah, what are you guys up to?
We have to move, actually, that's the fair thing. So the Guild House is not going to be the Guild House anymore. We're moving to, I think, a bigger, nicer house, closer to Stockholm as well. Right now, we're like 15 kilometers from Stockholm now. We'll be just like next to the city. And after moving, we do have a lot of plans, not only Dota 2. We'll see what pans out of that. Fortunately, we can take on a lot of projects, but it's just the time to do things right and finding the right people to actually join us and go through with these kind of things.
So you have more space for your suits, that's it, right?
Yeah, that you could put it that way. I also like to put it as like more events, more fun for the people watching, but the suits are most of it. Yeah, I know.
So that's about all the questions I can think of right now. So you have any last shout-outs, last words, last enemies you want to thread in or something?
I know why people go for the enemy thing. I can never think of enemies. Shout out to everyone that was a part of TI4 this year. The casters, the players, the Valve itself, the production people from the key arena. Like, I didn't get to. I wanted to get a picture with like the production people because they were really, really amazing. And actually, shout out to GosuGamers because that's my first job in Dota too. Like, I really started writing articles for GosuGamers. And maybe if there's a search function, you can find some stuff written by Bruno in 2012.
By Wicked, right?
By Wicked. That was me. Yeah, that was me. So yeah, that's it, I guess.
So I hope you will enjoy the rest of your stay in Seattle, and I'll see you at next event, hopefully.
See you next event. Have a good day.
See you guys later.